Good day, good day. Peace and blessings. Shalom. Man, definitely, it's a beautiful thing in order to receive another day. Allow Yah for waking us up, regardless on our situations, what we may be going through. But at the end of the day, it'll be all worth it. We just gotta hold on, stay faithful, stay determined, endure to the end. Hold that line. Allow Yah. Hallelujah. Man. Let me see something, y'all. Trying to see if I can turn it. But I may have to roll with it like that. I just want to come in, stop in. I haven't been like what, a day or so. I was on the Kishitai Ranch. Ooh. Warm now. Just want to stop in for a minute and first see how everybody doing. How y'all doing? How y'all holding up? It's cold out here. See, I got my they call this a shiesty. I don't know why they call it that. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Jason? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it, man. As y'all come in, if y'all can be so kindly, hit that like button. I just want to talk about a couple of things, as far as endurance, and I spoke with someone regarding endurance. Hey, Jason, can you hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? If you can hear me, give me a 7. If you can hear me. I appreciate it. I don't want to just be talking and y'all ain't able to hear anything that I'm saying. Delightful. Hey, how you doing, Delightful? Thank you for stopping in. Some of this. Okay, cool. Hey, that's how some people are. You know what I'm saying? That's how some people are. I don't mind. I encourage the interaction. If you have any questions and whatnot, during the course of this live, I'm not going to hold y'all too long, but drop it down in the comment section. If you can, if you haven't shared the video, subscribe. Come on, subscribe. Come on over and join the tribe. Join the tribe. We have some very interesting topics, and a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to share, and also looking forward to whatever that you may have that's on your mind, some things that you may, don't know or need to know about. And I don't know everything. I'm just telling you right now, I don't know everything, but a lot of things I do know. I'm willing to share, and for free. Only thing I'm asking you to do is just tap the screen 2 times, share the video. If you think it's informative, someone needs to know, share the video, like the video and all that goodness, in the name of the Most High. Let's see. Oh, wow. I don't know the reason of that. It's just Joshua. I don't know the reason of that, but hey, that's how some people are, man. And maybe it's better for you to not stay over there. You left or he kicked you out, whatever he whatever they did, then maybe it's best. It's right on time probably for you to come over here. The only thing that we ask over here is that we keep things respectful. Respect others' opinions because we all have opinions. Even my opinion, you may not agree with it. You know, um, you may not agree with it, but that's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Just like you're entitled to yours. I ain't trying to change your thoughts. Your opinions and anything. And I encourage others not to do the same. Let it be. Be what it is. If it's something disrespectful, I will block you. I will remove the comment, and I may put your time out. All depends. Just keep it respectful. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world today. And it's too much distractions as it is. You know. Let me see. Okay, Jason. Thanks for for subscribing and joining the tribe, man. All Spirit Tribe, appreciate that. Hey, you're welcome back in anytime. Anytime. Um, let's see. It says it's just Joshua Cole calls my skin tone. I just never heard that one. I don't care what skin tone you are, as long as you're respectful, you have an ear to hear, eyes to see, and willing to get out there and put the work in. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not racist. I'm not biased. I'm not judgmental. It is what it is. Like I said, I have a finger and I just go to the screen, delete it, and block you and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I just wanted to stop in today, y'all, to share some words of encouragement, words of encouragement. And let me say this. For those who don't have land and those who still on the fence of what I need to do, how I need to go about doing it in order to purchase land, I'm here to tell you, get land now. Get some land now. The work is going to be hard. Yes, it is. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you about that. Things going. You're going to want to quit. You're going to want to give up. You're going to want to just go back to normality. You may want to go back and run back to Pharaoh, which is the world, which is the government. And be dependent on them instead of be self-dependent. Independent and going out there and making things happen, growing your own food, raise your own animals, processing your own food, and things of that nature. But don't stop, don't quit, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be beneficial. It's all going to pay off. It's going to determine on your self-will. It's going to depend on, how serious that you really are, how determined that you really are. What is, the work that you're putting in, because if you don't put in the work, you can't expect the harvest. If you don't put in the work, you can't expect the harvest. And speaking of harvest, this is the book right here that I was just reading on, right here. It's a book. It's another one. Screenshot that. Go look it up. It may be backwards or whatever, but go look it up. It's about Alice Waters. Alice Waters. Self-sufficient. Okay? Screenshot it. Go look it up. And I was just looking through here and I seen it's got so much stuff in here, y'all. It's see? It's got nice color pages. It has a lot of things, y'all. Anything possibly that you are thinking about as far as going off grid, this book is there. This book will really help you, give you some ideas, some suggestions, what or not when it comes to building, when it comes to processing, when it comes to, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Shoot. Oh man, my fault, y'all. All right, y'all. My fault. My fault. I had a phone call from the dispatch talking about something January or whatever inspection. But yeah. I was referring to this book. It's called John Seymour, The Self-Sufficient Life and How to Live It. Okay, John Seymour. So it's talking about root vegetables, root crops in here. So if you want to know anything about root crops, speaking about that, um, it's talking about fruits, different fruits, plums, and all of that as well. And I mean, this book, it has it. It has it all. You know, it has it. And there's other books in here, making cheese, as far as, you know, grass and hay, animals, you know, how to work them, the tools, you know, certain tools that you may need in case, you know, something happens, the grid go down, you know, what tools that you may need, you know, and talking about killing and preparing or unaliving or harvesting chicken. Talks about that here as well. You know, like I said, this book is called John Seymour, The Self-Sufficient Life and How to Live It. John Seymour, The Self-Sufficient Life and How to Live It. You can find this book. I got this book on Amazon. I got it on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles. I don't know. You know, Barnes and Nobles is my spot to go to as well. I have other books which I'm going to talk about the other books that I have. There's a lot of other channels. I'm thinking that there's lot of other channels that's speaking about certain items. It also speaks about, let me see, sheep. I mean, look at I mean, it goes on and on and on. I'll be on here all day, and I'm not trying to keep y'all on here too long. I just want to show y'all. This is a let's do a weekly book review. How about that? This is a part of the weekly book review in the must-have book to get. Okay, if you don't have a book, you don't have any books, you need to start getting your books now, because no telling what the future holds, and if they may discontinue all homesteading, self-sufficient books. This teaches you about winemaking. This book also speaks about that. It speaks about distilling. You know, it teaches you about canning. It tells you about all of that. There's a few other books that I have as well, and this is one of my top books right here that I have. So if y'all can screenshot that, you know, it's backwards. Yes, it's backwards. I don't know how to change that up. I don't know how to do. Let me see. That help? Nah, that ain't help. So I don't know, y'all. But anyway, go get the book if you can. You know, get any book, not just specifically that book, but any book that you can get that can help and guide you towards self-sufficiency. Okay, because I mean, stuff is happening daily. People are losing jobs, y'all. People are getting replaced by AI. People are being priced out when it comes to the food. You know, get you an acre of land, get you a quarter acre of land. Go in right now. If you still have a job or you don't have a job and you try, you know, you don't know what to do, you came to the right place. I'm not gonna be on here long, but you came to the right place. So if you could please subscribe. You know, if you haven't subscribed, you know, join the Off Grid tribe, because over here we teaching, you know, we expressing, we learning together about, you know, coming out of her, getting land, you know, being prosperous, you know, being self-sufficient and along them lines. Because I mentioned the book right here that y'all should get if y'all haven't got, you know, the self-sufficient life and how to live it. Put that in y'all library, because you may need it. If you need a highlight, if you need not highlight, but if you need, yeah, if you need to highlight some pages as well, laminate some pages. Put that in your to go bag. You know, I don't even have a to go bag. I have things. I have a backpack, but I haven't really sit down and made me a to go bag. You know what I mean? As I know I should. I'm being 100, being transparent with you. You know, a lot of things that I have, a lot of essentials that I have is in the truck, is in my book bag. You know, and these are some of the things in which I need to start working on myself. You know, and maybe we can work on these things together. You know, maybe we'll do that. But I'm in the process as well of coming about this truck. You know, coming out the truck so I can be on my homestead, which is my ranch. That's my ranch, full time. Okay, and if y'all haven't gotten any land, and if you're looking to purchase some land, you know, leave a comment down below that you're interested in getting some land, and I'll reach out to you and give you some information on how to go about purchasing some land, because it's very important that you have some land. Like I said, there's a lot of people living in RVs. Nothing wrong with it. I had an RV too. I had an RV, but I ended up getting rid of the RV, letting the RV go. You know, what's that? Mulia 316. Are you affiliated with Bloods and Crips? I don't know what do you mean by affiliated. I know some Bloods, I know some Crips, I know some Vice Lords, I know some GDs, I know some Gangster Disciples, I know some Peace Stone Rangers, I know MS-13. I know a lot of people. So what are you referring to? Am I affiliated? Am I actively into a gang? I mean, is that what you're trying to say? I mean, hey, we real over here. Just put it out there. You know, if you haven't heard my testimony before, I also was involved in a gang. Am I involved in gangs now? No. Am I affiliated with gangs now? I can say I am a little affiliated. You know, I keep it, you know, I reach out because I'm close to a lot of gang members, you know, and my whole agenda is, you know, help maybe wake them up, you know, just like I was. You know, we all was in dark state at times, you know, then eventually the light was turned on, you know, and we woke up from that sleep, you know, that we may have been in. So, yeah, I mean, it all depends. You know, I mean, before I had enemies in which I went to war, you know, went to war with. Now we go to war together. You know what I'm saying? We all go to war together. So it ain't about a flag, ain't about a color. You know what I mean? It's about a mission. You know what I'm saying? So we're all on a mission. And our mission is, first of all, to please the Most High and do what He needs for us to do in these times. And I'm on a mission. This is part of my mission right now. You know what I mean? This part of my mission right now is enlighten those that really don't have the understanding or wherewithal or things of that nature to, you know, to come up out of her, to get some land. Let's see. Peace be up on you. AFGMTYRR. I don't know what that is, but I appreciate that. Peace be upon you unto you as well. Let me see. I'm real young, 316. You're tough, huh? I respect your answer. Hey, and I respect your question. You know what I mean? You know, some people may need to hear that. And if you haven't heard my testimony in regards to, you know, my life coming up, I'm not going to go down there again, but I will touch on it periodically because there's a lot of people that don't think that they can purchase land, that you need a lot of money to purchase land, that you got to be rich, that you got to give an arm and a leg to purchase land, that your credit got to be 8 something in order to purchase land. You can't have a, you know, you can't be in debt or you can't be on child support or none of these things in order to purchase land. That's a lie. Let me see. Okay, he said, Maryland, Rochester, the world loves you, Donald Trump. Okay. If that's your political stance, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. Donald Trump is a genius. All right. Okay. Let's see. All my Israel and the USA will save the world. All right. Well, this is not no disrespect to you, Merlin Rochester. You from Rochester, New York? Well, that's just your name. But anyway, I stayed in Rochester. That's why I asked you. I'm not on no political side over here. We're not on no political sides over here. You know what I mean? We are far past that because that right there, is a distraction. You know what I mean? That right there is a distraction. And we don't have there's no room, honestly. If you're not here to for edification purposes, education purposes, if you're not here to grow, you're not here to learn, then that's a liability. You know what I mean? You become a liability because we don't have no room over here for liabilities. We only have room over here for assets. You need to be an asset. Are you an asset? If not, you're a liability. And you won't have room for that, all right? Let me see. Let's see. Uncharted 7 against, okay, 56. Man, that's long, man. That's long. So how long you been doing this as a CDL driver? I've been out here on these highways and byways for over almost 26 years now. And prayerfully, most high willing, I'll be off this road, by spring. By spring, I'll be off the road. And I'll still be driving, I'll still be driving, maybe something local. If I can find something to where I'm not driving, but yet still make a decent amount of money, then I'll do that too because my time, my ranch, and my family, desire more of my time instead of this road. It's going to take an education. It's going to take an education. I've said absolutely. Not so much of the worldly education, but just educating, yourself, when it comes to your mission. You know what I mean? For those coming to the room, y'all can hit your like button on here. I appreciate that. That's all I'm asking. Just hit the like button for me. So the algorithm can get out and let more people know that we're over here talking about some things. We're talking about self-sufficient. We're talking about truck driving. We're talking about how you're able to get out and survive, and make things happen, to be beneficial for you and your family. That's where we at with this, all right? So if y'all can if y'all can share it, if you can like it, if you haven't subscribed, in order to join the off-grid tribe, then come on over here and subscribe. Let's see, do they pay good, sir? I mean, can you live in a decent area? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. And be honest with you, as far as me purchasing my land, if it wasn't for this truck, and provided for my family, for my CDLs, I will all praise and sing to the Most High. I wouldn't probably be able to afford a lot of things. Far as a faster pace, I may have to work a little longer, a little harder in order to do it. But in order, by me having my CDLs, that pushed that a little quicker. Does that make any sense? But yeah, you can't. But to answer your question, you can live in a decent area. But all depends what your decent area is looking like. I don't know how old you are, sir, but my thing is that if you trying to go about obtaining your CDLs, then I'll speak on. I actually have videos, in my archives that speak on certain things, as far as what you want to do, mileage, percentage, salary, hourly, all of these things and the difference between them all. Me right now, I'm doing percentage, which honestly that'd be the best way to go, as far as what I see and things that I have experienced. Hey, with those coming to the room, if y'all can be so kindly, please hit that like button for me. Let me know also below where y'all tuning in from. Where y'all tuning in from? Are y'all from USA? Y'all from India, Africa? Ukraine, Russia, Germany, France, England? Iowa. Wherever y'all from. And interact. Y'all have any questions? What I mean, shoot them out there. Ain't no question too big and none too small. Because wherever you put a question out, evidently, it's something that's on your heart. What I mean? If I can help and assist, then I will. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. He said that's my last one. Oh, you cool? You cool on Uncharted 7? You cool, man. Any question that you got, man, that's what I'm here for. Why I'm on here, because there's a lot of things going on in the internet you can hardly believe. Like I said, I've been out here for 26 years. I have my land for almost 3 years, maybe over 3 years now. And I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. If things hard, okay, India chiming in. Let me see, are see, I'm gonna block that slow. I'm gonna remove that right there. Next time you put something up there like that, I'm gonna block you, okay? So I'm trying to give you the opportunity, what I mean, to revenge yourself, all right? I don't like to be blocking nobody, but I don't like any trolls on here. And my moderators is not on here unless they're in the background somewhere. Let's see, what about Charlie Kirk? Hey, see, I don't get into Happy New Year. All right, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I don't do New Year celebrations, Christmas, or no holidays and that nature. What I mean? But I respect what y'all say or whatever. That's y'all. I don't indulge in that. About Charlie, what about Charlie Clerk? What about him? What about him? Like I said, I don't get into the political arena. I don't get into that because that's a whole rabbit hole within itself. And what I may say, y'all, I may lose some subscribers, and I'm gonna gain some. You know what I mean? Because I'm a realist. I just don't. I mean, I'm up on it. Trust and believe me, I'm up on it, and I have my political stance, you know, or thoughts on a lot of these things that's happening. But why? What's the point? What's the point of me arguing with you or debating with you regarding someone else's, stands or what they did do, what they didn't do, and all that stuff? You know, I'm not gonna get into that. That's a waste of breath, of air and time, for me to sit there and debate with you, argue with you, or politicize, with you when it comes to these things. I have I have bigger things and things I could be, I could be involved myself in instead of that foolishness. That's all what I could see it as anyway. It's nothing but foolishness. What I mean? That's taking place right now. And if y'all want to be caught up and listen to that all day and believe in a lot of that what's going on, then hey, that's what you do. But over here, we're gonna focus on self-sufficient. We're gonna focus on getting some land. We're gonna focus on getting some animals, some chickens, some ducks, some birds. Some guinea fowl, sheep. All of these things. And we ain't worried about no focus on building no credit, building your credit up. To purchase things because you don't need it. If I'm making any sense, hey, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button for me. You don't need credit. You don't need an 800 score. You don't need to go to no darn bank. They got tents out here. The military, they live in various terrains, and they lived in a tent. They never brought in no RVs, no double, triple wide trailers, and all of that stuff in for the the platoon to live in. They lived in a tent, and a lot of them tents, they had chow halls, which you go get something to eat. They had the medical place. Y'all watched the show MASH before? Those old enough know that show MASH. It was a military show. But that's real life, for real. I have family and friends that's in the military right now as we speak. And that's where they live. When they are on tour or whatever, they on mission, they living in tents. And a lot of them tents are big. If y'all haven't been inside of a tent, it's almost like you can make a whole. They got barracks. It's all set up nicely. You can live in a tent. Only thing you need is a heater, a solar heater, gas heater, diesel heater, whatever your preference may be. You know what I mean? You need a heat source. You get a wood stove. There's a lot of trees and stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Or you get an AC unit. Run that off of a power grid. Generator. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to minimize the bare minimum. You have to use the bare minimum of things. You know, I mean, until you get to where you really are able to afford a lot of these things as far as luxury wise, like going into your house, turning on the switch, light come on, turning the knob, central air come on, going to the laundry room, pushing the button, and the washing machine come on, drop the clothes in there. These are luxury things. And these are a lot of things that we got away from because our ancestors didn't rely on these things, y'all. I don't care what nationality you are, what race you are. I mean, if you don't believe me, go ask your grandparents. Go ask your mom. Ask your dad. Or how they grandparents lived. And they'll tell you. We need to get back to that. Because, I just heard something. This is crazy. That the water company is keeping track on how many times you flush your toilet. And they are sending out bills depending on how many times you flush your toilet. It was just on the news. World news like that. The judge actually took this guy to court. The judge said that they were depriving on the man's private privacy. And it's true. You see where I'm going? They are adding, everybody is trying to get some money off of the people. And yet we complain and ain't doing nothing about it. Stop it. Do your research. If you don't know where to go, let me tell you somewhere you can go. You can go look up owner financing. Owner financing, they don't do no credit check. You put down money on the land, you pay monthly on the land, and then you pay the land off, you get your deed. But then a lot of these owner financing companies, you put your money down, you get your senior contract, you go live on your land today. It's just like that. No credit check. You pay definitely less than what you'll pay, and you can go find a cabin. Either you can find you a little cabin. Go get that, and they'll deliver within so many miles radius of where that cabin is built at or where it's stored at. Do your research. Do your research, y'all, because it's not about the challenges. It's about your determination. But the challenges is going to be there regardless, good things, bad, or whatever, money you got, money you don't have. Challenges are going to be there. It all depends on how you handle these challenges, which is going to determine the outcome. The outcome of what? Of your health? Of your sanity? Are you going to be sane or are you going to be insane? You know what I mean? You're going to be depressed. You're going to be encouraged. You're going to be motivated. What? That's the outcome. That's the outcome. So you need to start right now today. What if they send an EMP over here? Y'all know what EMP is? And I'm not trying to make it seem like, a fear tactic. I'm not doing that. It's reality. These other countries and nations are talking about war. And the U.S. got their hands in a lot of places. And a lot of things. And more likely it's going to be, if war jump off, it's going to be land. It's not going to be by air, it's not going to be by sea. Because other countries cannot compete with America when it comes to air or when it comes by sea. But by land, we don't have the people. You got people that got million man armies. I think U.S. probably got about maybe 100,000, 200,000-300,000, whatever, maybe less than that. I'm not for sure on the numbers, so don't quote me on that, y'all. Don't quote me on that. The only thing I'm saying is that, are you prepared or are you preparing? If you are prepared, put a 5 in the room. Or if you are preparing, put a 4. I'm not judging anyone. I'm trying to help somebody. If I can help one person, and I ain't gonna be on here much longer, I'm gonna let y'all go, but I thank y'all for stopping in. If this making any sense to anybody, if you come into the room, hit that like button for me. If you exit the room, you know, if it makes any sense, hit the like button. You know how you go to the restaurant, they got a little bell on the wall. If I have given good service, and this is not just lip service, y'all. You know what I mean? If I have provided any type of service, hit that bell. When that bell is a notification, next time I go live, and tap that screen on your way out the door. Just tap it two times. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate. Oh man, my fault, y'all. Got a lot of messages. My fault. Let me go back. My apologies, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Man, that's a lot. That's our last question. Okay. Let me see. You see. Say no more. Percentage. Say no more. Let's see. Uncharged 7. So percentage. Say no more. I mean, no. You want to go percentage. You want percentage. You don't want to stay with the let's see, Happy New Year. Okay, there it is again. What about Charlie? Okay, that's Charlie Kirk. Okay, that's the last one. Are you Christian? No, I'm not a Christian. LD motivation. No, I'm not a Christian. Are you? And what is a Christian, by the way? We say, wait, I know it's a rhetorical question. I'm asking you. Wait, don't you celebrate Thanksgiving, or are you like, that's nothing but that is for giving the land, not trying to be funny? No, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm Lumbee and Cherokee native Aborigine. Off grid hustle, country hustle in the building. Yes, sir. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? Thank you for stopping in, checking me out. They say, but what's wrong with to give someone correct path, even if they will hate you? Hey, you know what? I don't care who hate me, who dislikes me, or none of that. You know what I mean? I'm just doing what I need to do. I'm not worried about who hate me, who like me, all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, a lot of people hate the Most High. You hate the Most High. They hate his son, Yahushua HaMashiach, which you know as Jesus Christ. They hated him too. You know what I mean? But that don't stop me from fulfilling the mission, right? It shouldn't stop you because someone hates you. That's what stop you fulfilling the mission of getting some land coming up out of her, growing some fruits and vegetables in your garden, taking care of your children. I'm not saying I'm not speaking to you, you know, personally. I'm just, you know, in general. That shouldn't stop no one from the mission. Okay. Let's see. MASH was a classic. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. MASH was a classic, right? It was a classic. A lot of people don't know about that MASH. You know what I mean? That was a classic. That got me on like tents and homestead and stuff, all that like that too. Watching them shows, you know. Let's see. Toilet tracker, LOL. That's yeah. I mean, look it up. Google it. Look on the news. They actually took the water company or whatnot. Took someone to court because they flushed the toilet so many times. They charged like $1,000 or $1,500 on top of it. I mean, that's what's coming to. You know what I mean? These companies, they try to monopolize. They try to infringe on your rights. You know, and it's through the mail, which should be a federal offense. You know what I mean? He should turn around and sue them. You know, hey, you know, I'm Mula 316. Hey, I'm not trying to preach, man. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, I'm just trying to inform. You know what I mean? I'm bringing information. Okay. Man, speaking the truth. Okay. You know, I appreciate that. Hey, those coming to the room, y'all be so kindly, hit that like button, and let people get the algorithm out, let people know that we over here, we're talking about something. You know, we're talking about saving lives, y'all. We're talking about saving lives because a lot of people are in situations. A lot of people are giving up their life. They are unaliving themselves. They are putting themselves in a situation where they don't have to. Because like I said, if you know some like-minded people, and if you got some family members, you got some land, you need to start getting with them, you need to start talking to them. You don't need no 800, 750 credit score. Give all your information. bank statements, first, last 3 months or whatever, bank statements, all that, in order to purchase the property. Owner financing. Write it down. Google it right now. Google it and see if I'm lying. Owner financing. I'll wait for a minute if you want me to. While you Google it real quick. Owner financing land. Google it real quick and see if I'm right or wrong. See if it pop up on your. See if it pop up. If it pop up, give me a 7 or something. Give me a 7. Let me know. Let me see. Uncharted 7 right here in the United States. Yep. It's electromagnetic pulse. Oh yeah. Gene E. Duix. Hey, I may chop your name up, but hey, thank you for coming in, man. Or female, you know. Let's see. We said electromagnetic pulse. Absolutely. Electromagnetic pulse. Come on now. Come on. Come on. You know what that's going to cause, right? Right here in the United States. Absolutely. Okay, 4. Okay, 4. So I got a 4 up in there. So you preparing, huh? Okay. What you got going on over there, Johnny Dux? What you got going on? He said, "What you carrying, Josh X?" Hey man, I appreciate y'all coming in, man. I like this. I like this conversing. You know, I like conversing with my tribe. You know, the Off Grid tribe. Hey, if y'all haven't subscribed, y'all go ahead and subscribe. Join the Off Grid tribe. We're gonna have some big things going on, y'all. And you know, I'm gonna go like a Patreon. I ain't gonna charge that much on Patreon because there's a lot of things I can't say that I want to say. I gotta hold back. I gotta pump the brakes a little bit. You all right? But a lot of things I want to say, things I want to talk about, things I want to do. I want to bring y'all along for this as well. Okay? So I'm just trying to choose my words wisely. Okay? Because I don't want to get flagged. And I don't want somebody, you know. So, but over there on a Patreon or whatever, I may charge about $1, you know, minimum or whatever, you know. But y'all come into the room, if y'all can hit that like button for me, you know, as you coming in, chill out for a minute, kick your shoes off. No, I'm not gonna be here too much longer, you know. But if you may miss some things, so you may want to go back and listen to the replay because something may be beneficial for you. I dropped quite a few nuggets, you know, that I just dropped them. Hopefully someone can pick up what I dropped, what I'm putting down. You know what I mean? You see what you carrying. I'm carrying a load of produce, of onions. I'm carrying a load of onions. That's all I got up in here. Okay. Let me see. Kay Foster. Hey, how you doing, Kay? Thank you for stopping in. It's okay. As long as it's their self. Yeah, true. Let me see. Entirely 4938. Time traveling gives you a lot of time to think and self-reflect and self-improve. Time traveling. Elaborate on that a little bit more for me. Tyrell, was that Terrell? V4938. Elaborate on that time traveling matter for me a little bit. That's like the yeah. Elaborate on that. I don't want to assume anything. Uncle Foster 6. What's the 6 for? K Foster. I must miss something on the 6. Hey, but those coming to the room, if y'all can be so kindly hit that like button for me. You know, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and put down where you're tuning in from. And those who may be watching the replay, you know, same thing apply to you. If you are in a process of coming off grid, getting your things in order, give me a 5. If you already in the process of these things, give me a 4. You know, give me a 4 and drop down to what you got going on. You know, I appreciate. I look forward to all messages. You know, I read them all. I try to get to all of them right now. Anyway, you know, there's a lot of people that don't leave messages. They just send likes or they just watch. You know, but that's all good too. You know, I maybe later on that I will win you over, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do as much. I'm new on this platform. I'm new on social media doing stuff like that. So I just want to do anything possibly that I could do that's in right and good standings, with the Most High, in order to elevate you, to push you, what I mean? Because that's what I do. I'm a trainer. I'm a trainer by nature. You know what I mean? I train amateur professional fighters, and I was a professional fighter myself, boxer. I did mixed martial arts into taekwondo as well, and kickboxing. So these are a lot of things in which I'm going to be bringing out. Once I get onto my land, I'm going to be training people via far as like somehow on social media, how we can do that, because I know a lot of people ain't gonna be able to travel, but a lot of people be looking at workouts, exercises, and things like that. There's so much things that I have planned, y'all. Even when it comes to herbs, when it comes to municipal herbalism, things of that nature. All of these things I want to talk about. You know what I mean? But I need to get the following up. I need to get those that may be interested in these things. And like I said, I don't know a lot, and there's a lot that I can be taught. And hey, help me, help you, help us. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about over here. I'm not the big I or the big T up in the room. Okay? This is about you and I, which represent this universe that we're dealing with right now. Okay? It's just you and I, verse all, universal. Okay? Universal. Let me see. It's okay. Okay, so I'm saying trying traveling. Okay. I still haven't anywhere. Okay, but anybody have any questions, comments, concerns before we get off of here? I just wanted to stop in for a few to see how y'all doing, see how what y'all working with. Y'all have any thoughts? A lot of y'all, and I thank my new subscribers who subscribe. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to the Off Grid Tribe, come on over and subscribe. We have a lot of things that's in the making in the future, and I'd like to take y'all along. Angel Color, hey, how you doing, Angel? Thank you for stopping in. If y'all haven't hit that like button, please hit the like button. I'm not gonna be out here much longer. If y'all need to go back and listen to the replay, please go back and listen to the replay. It only helps the algorithm. It only helps pushes things out. There's a lot that if there's a certain topic or something that you want me to touch on, and if I have the ability to do it, then I will do it. Just drop it down. If there's certain things on the land you want me to talk about, resources that you want me to talk about, if I do my research for you, then I'll do that for you. When I get on the land here in about April, I don't have a lot more stuff going on. I can't do a lot in my truck, and when I'm on the land, I got to be focused on the land. You know what I'm saying? But once I get free, that's my whole purpose. That's the whole goal, is to free myself up so I can have time in order to do some of the things. And that's also what I'm trying to do for you, help you. You know what I mean? Help you out. So there's no more questions. Y'all have any thoughts? Anybody have any thoughts, concerns, and all of that? I'll stick around for maybe I'll stick around probably about 5 more minutes, y'all. Matter of fact, let's take it to the hour mark. Let's stick around for 10 minutes. Let's stick around for 10 minutes. Oh shoot. I'm drinking some tea, turmeric and lemon, and I have some mint leaves up in there with a little bit of agave. So for those who's coming to the room, hit it again. There's a book right here that I mentioned earlier. I went through some pages and showed a few pages of this book, and it's by John Seymour, The Self-Sufficient Life and How to Live It. John Seymour, The Self-Sufficient Life and How to Live It. Okay, that's going to help you. It's pretty thick. It's over 380 pages in here. It talks about canning, talking about animal husbandry, It talk about different ammunition, talking about how to process animals, pigs, goats, sheep, deer, cows. Talk about different fruits, how the land, how the man it talks about a whole lot. And if you want to know more about it, I expound a little bit on it in the beginning. Let's see. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Corvin. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, Corvin. All praise be to the Most High. Hey, the off grid. It's Amar. Hey, Amar. Thank you for stopping in. How's everything? Hey, if y'all haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. Share this video and subscribe, to the Off Grid Tribe. That way this algorithm can get out to a lot of people who may be in desperate need. How are you, man? Hey, I'm well, man. Can't complain. I'm stuck out here right now in Chicago. I've been waiting. They told me my load picks up at 12 o'clock. I've been here ever since 12. Actually, I got here at 11:30. And just waiting to get loaded up. About to head on out here to Iowa. See, the thing is, I like to get loaded up early. I don't like to be driving at nighttime, man. You know what I mean? And they put you in a predicament, only getting a few pallets on here. But hey, it give me enough time, to build, talk to y'all. But get some rest, get some reading in, get my tea in, stuff like that. Other than that, I'm well. All praise be to the Most High. All praise be to the Most High. It says good here. Okay, I'm glad everything is good, man. Everything is well. Haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for stopping back in, man. Keep it up. Stay focused and hey, man. Always, as I say, keep the Most High first in all things that we do. Only Him can make it better. Get us through the situation, circumstances that we may be in or going through. Trusting Him in all His ways, man. He'll make our ways right. He'll make our ways right. Endure. We have to endure. Be willing to endure. Be willing to endure because whether we say we believe in the Most High and that there's no type of no type of things that may be coming our way, it's gonna come. But guess what? Embrace it in a way, because if we're not on the right path, then we ain't gonna have these things coming our way. You know what I'm saying? I can get further into that, but I digress. Let's see, John D 2226. What's going on, John D off there? Yes, sir. How you been, John D in the building? Everything good, man. Just been doing my thing out here, man. Trying to stay focused. And so, the M Geek 20 IQ, Gabby Horn. What's that Gabby Horn? What's that? Elaborate a little more on that for me if you don't mind. Hey, if y'all can hit that like button for me, please hit that like button. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Share the video, like the video, to get more people, let them know, hey, we out here, we talking about something. Please stay safe and well traveling those roads. Absolutely, John D. Well, I'll be safe out here, man. You do the same too, man. You do the same. Tenfold crew, part of Tenfold crew in the building. Appreciate that. Armor single Ambram, like done. Oh, okay. Okay, yes, absolutely. Yeah. Appreciate that light. Hey, this is a tribal family. This is a tribal family, man. And we need what I'm doing now, it's gonna benefit a lot of people. It's gonna benefit a lot of people, And I'm not gonna say what all I'm trying to do and how I'm gonna try to do it right now. Actions speak louder than words. You gotta put that work in. You know what I mean? That's another reason why I have, the Most High has blessed me and my family with, Akeisha Tile Ranch, because there's a lot of, especially the youth, and y'all know as well as I know, the youth is definitely the ones that need to be touched. They need to be purged. They need to be, revamped. They need a lot of work needs to be done in them. Even my own. You know what I mean? Even my own now. Mine's not perfect, you know, but yeah, they need work too. And so it takes a village. It takes a village. I mean, we got independent fathers and mothers out here that raising these young men and these girls. They just, man, it's bad. And and they got to work two jobs. Mom and dad got to work two jobs. It shouldn't be like that. You get some land, owner financing, owner financing, owner financing, owner financing. Why do you keep saying owner financing? Because that's where you go when you don't have to get no credit check on a piece of property. That's where you go where you don't have to put, give them your life financial history. That's where you go where you don't got to give a lamb or two. You know what I mean? But yet, you can go do the contract today, no credit check guarantee, put a little bit of money down, maybe $200, and the next day you could be out there on your land, exploring your land, setting everything up. Yahuwah willing. You know what I mean? Yahuwah willing. You know what I mean? But you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be due diligent. You can't be scared, can't be shaky, because off-grid living is definitely not for the scarce. It's definitely not for the weak. It's definitely not for the weak. There's a lot of sacrifices that you're going to have to make daily. Things that you're going to have to do that you never thought you may have to do in order to survive. I mean, it's so much that I could get into when it comes to that. So much. Okay, let's see. Like done, okay. Can someone make us living out of farming only in the United States, preferably someone with pleasure? Hey, you can make a living wherever you at. Everybody has a gift. Everybody have a talent, but you gotta know what your talent is and be willing to tap into your gift and your talent. And that could be the process of you making a profit. But you have to be diligent. You have to be diligent. Yes, you can. You can. There's a lot of people on here that has making profits and whatnot. The house of Benny Yah, Aki, what's going? Shalom, how was Shalom? Yes, sir. Thank you for stopping in, man. Thank you for checking me out. Appreciate that. Those is coming to the room, if you could be so kindly, hit the like button for me. Share the video. If you haven't subscribed to the Off Grid Tribe, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. Man, I haven't seen my mods on here in a minute. You know what I mean? I'm glad they're able to shoot through. Help get rid of some of these trolls. That's shooting. But y'all haven't liked the button. Hit the like button. Just tap the screen. It's easy. Look, follow me. Boom, boom. Click like, share, and subscribe. That's right. The house of Benny Yah, elder brother. You know what I mean? Hey, I pray, man, all the things as well out there with you, man. This is the brother right here, y'all. If y'all haven't, go over there and check him out as well. The house of Benny Yah. Go over there and check him out as well. Just tap on the screen or whatever. He has been inspirational as well of staying on me. You know what I mean? And keeping, pushing me out there. He's been out there. Go over there. He'll tell his story. As well. His man, he got testimony. Ain't a story. It's a testimony. He put it up there right there, y'all. Hashtag Israel Magazine. You know what I mean? Hey, I ain't gonna say too much on it. I want y'all to go see it and be surprised. Go check him out over there if y'all haven't. Go check him out. But yeah, y'all, it's about that 1 hour mark. And like I said, I plan on being on here only half an hour. Hey, but hey, when the Ruach moves, hey, I said back. The Ruach is that Holy Spirit. When it moves to say, hey, speak about this, touch on that, I want to be obedient. The house of Benny Yah. There it is. There's another right there. The magazine, he got a magazine company as well. He go live, play some good music, talk about some good testimonies and things going on over there. Y'all go check it out over there as well. And the house of Benny Yah, he got a YouTube talking about a lot of things over there too, showing a lot of things, homesteading, as well, and this brother, he's real humble. He don't like to share a lot, but he got a lot of wisdom. So y'all go check him out as well. And guess what, y'all? I think my time is up. But nobody have anything else they want to, they concerned about, want to talk about? Let me see. We're going to revamp the channel soon. Okay. Okay, man, I'm looking forward to that revamping. He's a busy man. He's a busy man. Busy man. He got a lot that he got going on. But I guarantee y'all go over there. It'd be well worth y'all's time. And thanks for coming along. Hey, you know what? Hey, absolutely, Amar. Absolutely. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to do it every day. But at time, I wasn't gonna do it today, honestly. But I said, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and go live. Because there's a lot. I want to be able to just encourage people, man. Encourage people and bring people from the darkness into the light, and letting them know that they can do it. If I did it, and y'all know those who know my testimony, and like-minded ones like myself that came up out of her, came out of the city, I love you too, bro. Absolutely. I love you too, brother. Those that came out of the city, was just another brother right here, came out the city. Hey, y'all could do the same thing. Come out the city. Come up out of her, my people, unless you plan on taking among the plagues. Because the plagues is coming. And if you are in the city, you're bound to take on the plagues. Okay? You're bound to take on the plans. And so you got a lot of wisdom and zeal for getting it done. Give it all esteem be to Yahuwah. I give all credit, all esteem, all bowl be to Yahuwah. I appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that, absolutely. Hey, yours too, man. Hey, I'm looking for can't wait for you to, reactivate that that channel. Get that channel going, man. You know what I mean? Because I can't wait. I'm gonna sit there with my notepad, take some notes. Absolutely. Yeah. So we gotta be active. We gotta keep our put our hands to the plow. Because there's a lot of plowing. When you plow, when you put your hands to the plow, what you do? You're revealing, you're uncovering, you're removing, you're exposing. You know what I mean? And the first got to come with you. You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to expose yourself in order to be healed. Certain things that we lack, certain things that we need more of. But how is it that you say a closed mouth don't get fed? Y'all familiar with them terms, right? A closed mouth don't get fed. Don't nobody know what to pour into you, what to give you, what to feed you, unless they know what's hurting you, what's stopping you, what's causing you from acting. You know what I mean? So don't allow these things to hold you back. All right? Don't allow these things to keep you or hold you back from your destiny. Because there's something to which, the Most High wants you, to gain from this live right here. Or if you go back and watch it or listen to it on the replay, something that he wants you, the reason why he said tap on that screen, because I want to hold you accountable. I want you to get in action. I want you to get motivated. I want you to get out there and get it done. Go out there and get some plants. Go out there and get some seeds. Go out there and get some land. I gave y'all the information to go get it. Don't waste the seed. Don't waste the seed. Because if you waste the seed, you won't receive a harvest. Because ain't nothing planted. You didn't plant nothing. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to let you pick it up from there. I'm going to see what you're going to do with it. Because your life, your inheritance depends, your future, your generation depends on you. And mainly I'm talking to your men. I don't know if women on here or not. But if women on here too, then it's something in which y'all are put in place to stimulate, to encourage your husband. Michael Oxner, are you a smoker? Yeah, I'm a smoker. Yeah, I'm a smoker. I smoke ribs, chicken, turkey legs. You know that? You didn't know that about me, man? Yeah, come and get that smoke. I'm giving you that smoke right now. I'll give you that smoke. Are you willing to withstand this smoke that you're getting? Smoke up. That's right. Smoke up. And I want you to be able to see the flames. I want you to be able to smell the smoke. Because it's heavy. And only a few able to withstand the smoke. If I'm making any sense right now, can y'all hit that like button? Can y'all be a little generous? Hit the like button so this can get out. So this can get out. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You know what I mean? Because the smoke that I'm giving, a lot of y'all don't want to receive it. Because if so, you won't come in trolling. You won't come in trying to distract. That's nothing but the enemy. That's nothing but the enemy. And we got smoke for the enemy too. We got the smoke for the enemies and his ninjas. We got all the smoke. You know what I mean? And so I just want y'all to go ahead and don't worry about naysayers. Don't worry about those who say that you can't do it. Why you doing it this way? You crazy out your mind. Guess what? I had that coming to me too. Absolutely. Absolutely, Benny Yahweh. We got that smoke. It's smoke that you don't want. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. But you have those, even in our family, say, you know what? You crazy. Why you going out there doing all that? You're going to quit your good job. You're going to give all this stuff up. Absolutely. Because some things you may have to give up. You may have to surrender for shalom, for peace and prosperity. You may have to give it up. These are the things that you have to be willing to exchange for change. Let me say it again. These are some of the things you may have to be willing to give up. And are you willing to give these things up? Are you willing to give these things up? Are you willing to make that exchange? I'm going to leave that up to you. That's something that you have to do, something that you have to do a self-evaluation on, something you have to pray on, something that you have to, take before the Most High and allow Him to reveal to you what it is and where He wants you to go. Okay, y'all, I just have to send this message. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So don't worry about the naysayers. Let them talk. Let them talk. You just be about the Father's actions. You be about your business. Okay? In the Father's business. But you gotta put that work in though. Okay? You gotta put that work in. Put that work in. One step at a time. Get on your grind. Get on your grind. All right? Because your future, your generations, depends on you. I'm the Off-Grid Trucker. Peace, blessings. Shalom. Till the next time. Stay blessed. No stress. Keep the Most High first.